Cameras are the staple of any kind of animation. If you try to export an animation now, it won't export because there's no camera involved. To make a camera, go to your animation set editor and hit the plus icon right next to it. Once you press it, there will be an option to make a new camera. Click on it. It'll automatically select camera 1 from whatever camera it has available. To view the camera, go to your work camera located below your primary viewport. Hit the scroll down icon, change scene camera to camera 1. It'll automatically change you to camera 1. If you notice here, if you select anything from here, it won't let you go because automatically you can't manipulate an animated camera because you're currently in the timeline. To fix this, you need to go to either the graph editor or the motion editor. For the starting screen, we are going to the motion editor. Now we can go and move wherever you want. Or can we? No, it still won't let us do it. The reason why, you have to have this camera selected. Now you can move the camera wherever you want. To move any camera, you select the window that you're currently viewporting and use the WASD key. To move forward, hit the W. To move backward, press S. To move left, A. Right, you press D. To increase your height, hit the Z button. To decrease your height, hit the X button. To roll the camera Dutch style, hit the R key while having it pressed. To move fast, hit the Shift key while doing any motion. To go slow, hit the Control button while doing any motion. For more advanced options on the camera, you can always select the camera and always mess with these little dials right next to the animation set editor. Whatever you want, it could be here. Field of view changes your perspective on the camera. Focal distance changes the amount of perspective that you get to see. For this example, if you turn the aperture up all the way, you'll notice a difference in your renders, as everything, if you don't focus on it, will be completely blurred. 200 renders at about whatever is of far objects. If you set it to 1, it'll do very near objects and nothing ever close. If you want to do the blur, put your aperture around so and focal distance about so. Tone map scale changes the lighting. If you want things to be darker or lighter, this is the tool you have. For instance, if you want to manually create your own lights, you always have to turn it dark and then make the lights a little bit brighter in turn. This is very helpful for when you want to keep the temperature, but not the lighting. Bloom scale changes the light so everything will reflect off building walls or textures. If there is a shiny texture, it will make it very shiny, as so. SSAO bias changes shadow. The more bias it has, the more strength it has, the more shadows is around a given model. Be careful not to put too much, because then there'll be an outline that no one can ignore. Transform positive and transfer rotation just change the location and the rotation of the given camera. Place the camera where you want it to be. For this exercise, I want you to take a quick Photoshop of the city. Put the camera where you want it to be, and just put it there. To save as a picture, hit Export, Poster, or Image. If you're doing an image or a poster, hit this button. It'll ask you for a save. Always save. Change the format here. Change the image size here. And hit Export. It will export into the following file location, wherever it might be. This tends to take a while. The larger it is, the longer it takes to render. Depending on your V-free space, if you have a very robust, this will not be a problem. However, if you don't have that robust one, it will take a long time. Always consider about what your renders is and your current render state before you start exporting. One final note I want to leave you with is the fact that I have 2 viewports. Why do I have 2 viewports? It's so I can go inside and go to do the finer details of finger animating without affecting the main camera. This is the reference shot of the current camera, and you might not really like to do it, but some people like to be meticulous and try to do the finer details. So what I would like to do here is have a work camera, a big one, so I can do the meticulous details, and then not have the regular camera be affected. Consider using a secondary viewport, and if you do, comment down below. This concludes the camera.